Hey y'all, welcome back to Social with Shawna, where I share with you guys everything I've learned about growing and making money on social media. Today we are going to be talking all about Reddit and how I use Reddit to help promote some of my YouTube videos and how it's helped my channel with views and growing those videos. So real quick, for those of you who don't know what Reddit is a social media platform of sorts. It's kind of like a discussion board. I guess that was kind of how I would explain it. It's basically where you can go, you can ask questions, you can comment on people's questions. There's just a bunch of like discussions going on, and you can comment on them. You can give them upvotes, which is basically just liking them, giving them thumbs ups, things like that. So within Reddit, there are a bunch of what are called subreddits, and these are kind of like interest groups. So there are subreddits all about like babies. There's like a breastfeeding one. There's ones about toddlers. There's a bunch of them. The ones that I really like are ones about recipes and ones about food in general. So there's one I really like that's all about like cast iron skillets and cast iron in general and how to care for it. There's one I really like all about like one pot meals, one about low carb meals, slow cooking, pressure cooking. There's a bunch of different subreddits within Reddit. So Reddit is the platform, and then the subreddits are basically these little like interest groups within the platform. Now, one of the important things about Reddit to know is that each subreddit has its own rules. So basically they're kind of like their own little groups, and they all have their own rules that are made up by whoever are the moderators who control that group. A lot of subreddits on Reddit have no self-promoting rules. And Reddit as a whole has a very limited self-promoting rule in of itself. Basically, you can't post a link and things more than like twice within a certain amount of time. Because they don't want you doing a whole lot of self-promoting. They want you like engaging and commenting and engaging with others in the community as well. But then within each subreddit, there's their own rules. So some of them don't allow you to self-promote at all, which means you can't post a link to your stuff at all on those sites. Or you can't like say, hey, go check out my stuff or anything like that. Like you just can't promote yourself on some of the subreddits. So one of my biggest tips about Reddit is to make sure you're reading the rules of each subreddit before you do anything. I have found quite a few subreddits though that do allow you to self-promote. For example, the thing that I found the most help with on my YouTube channel with Reddit is my recipe videos. So within Reddit, there are a lot of subreddits dedicated to food and recipes. Like I mentioned, there's a slow cooking one, a pressure cooking one, a low carb one, a one pot meal one. There's tons of different like recipe subreddits. And on those, most of the ones I found anyways, you can self-promote limited. There are different rules. A lot of them you have to also post the recipe and things like that, but you can self-promote. And so what I do with those is I'm able to post my link to my video, and then I always, in the comments, I'll put the actual recipe. The plus side of doing that is when people are scrolling through Reddit, they can watch your video without actually leaving Reddit. So they can just click play and watch your video there on Reddit, but it's still giving you a view over on YouTube. The downside to that is it's not going to help with like your comments or your thumbs ups or anything like that. It's just strictly helping with views, but it does help get it out there, and it helps get you more views. In order to get started on Reddit, you do need to create an account, and then you do have to have so much of what they call karma before you can actually post on Reddit. So karma is basically every time somebody thumbs up one of your posts or one of your comments, you get some karma. And then you want to build your karma up within Reddit. I believe to start you have to have 20 karma points before you're able to post. So what you'll want to do first is join some groups that you think you might be interested in, and then find other posts and comment on them, and people will, if they like your comment, they'll give you a thumbs up. And that's kind of how you build yourself up at first. Once you have enough so that you can post your own stuff, anytime somebody thumbs up your post, that gives you more karma. So for example, I'm now at like over 600 karma points just from posting my own things and also commenting on other people's things and stuff like that. So how do you find the subreddits that you want to post on that you think might be helpful to your channel? First off, I will have a link in the description box down below that will have a list of these subreddits that I use on a regular basis. Like I said, there's a lot of recipe ones, there's a cleaning one, there's a couple others. I'll leave them all in a list in the description box, so make sure you check that out, especially if you have a channel similar to mine, which is mostly cooking and cleaning. But basically, just search Reddit. There are different subreddits for all sorts of things. You can search them and you can find subreddits that you want to use and you want to post to, and then you just join the subreddit, you're active on the subreddit, and then you can post your links into it. You can share to Reddit directly from your YouTube video on YouTube. So when you hit the share button on YouTube, there is an option to share to Reddit, which is the easiest way to do it that I have found. And then it also acts as a share on YouTube, which helps with your engagement as well. So that's another bonus as well. Since you're not getting the comments and the likes, but you're still getting the share from having to from sharing it to Reddit. Now, Reddit isn't going to be a miracle worker. It's not going to make your videos skyrocket automatically, but I have seen significant growth on my recipe videos from using Reddit. I pretty much, when I post a recipe video particularly, I will also post it to Reddit that day to help me get those views up right away and that watch time up right away, because it also does help with your watch time if people are watching the video. And then that in turn helps YouTube to start promoting my video more as well. Most of my recipe videos are videos that continue to grow over time quite well, and I contribute a lot of that growth to Reddit, helping me out. Most recently, I posted a video on my cooking and cleaning channel that was Instant Pot recipes, and I also posted it to Reddit, and within the first 48 hours, over 26% of my views on that video were coming from Reddit, which is a large chunk of my views. Over a fourth of my views were all from Reddit, so it's a good chunk of views. But Reddit is extremely confusing. It took me a while to even sort of kind of get the hang of it, so let me know if you have questions in the description box below. Let me know if you have found any really good subreddits that you love sharing your content on. If you've used Reddit before, let me know in the comments down below, because I'd love to talk to you and pick your brain about it a little bit more. This is just like the basic knowledge of Reddit, what I have learned in the past 6 months or so of using it. If you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, share it with your fellow YouTubers so that they can learn this information too. Make sure you're subscribed, you have your bell notification turned on. You're not going to want to miss any of my videos coming up. I have a lot of really good ones planned out for you guys, and I can't wait to share them with you. I will see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.